Hello there folks. So today guys, I want to share a video with you. I'm going to do a whole wash of the car just using this 2 gallon or 8 liter, almost 2 gallons, less than 2 gallons of water using the pump spray. So let's get into it straight away. I'm going to start with the wheels and I'm going to show you how we're going to do the wheels with this. So I'm going to use 2 of these washing solutions today guys. This will be the Turtle Wax Max Power. I'm going to put 300 mils. I'm going to put it maximum strain. I'm just going to use ONR as a water softener, and as well what I want from this, it will reduce the suds. We don't really need them in the sun. This will provide us with extra lubrication. This will provide us with the maximum cleaning strength. So I think a combination of those two will work pretty well. And I'm not going to add it into my bucket. I'm gonna use these microfiber towels. You might have seen them. They're quite popular in the UK. I'm gonna use them for cleaning. I'm gonna use 2 of these. I'm gonna use one a bit smaller one, and I'm gonna put 5 liters of water. Literally, I'm gonna use. I have here as well. This is a Wilco sprayer, 8 liters. That's the main thing we're gonna use to wash the whole car. Rinse the wheels, rinse the wheel arches, prep the paint. Knock off all of the, well, not knock off, but pre-treat the surface to make it a bit more safer for the contact wash, because the car isn't that dirty, it's just dusty. And we're gonna put, I put 40 milliliters of ONR in this, so this will be our pre-treatment before we wash the car. A really nice tool. First I'm gonna spray all of the tire, the wheel well here. I'm gonna pre-spray my cleaner, my all-purpose cleaner. First, we're working in direct sunlight, so we have to be really quick today. I'm gonna quickly scrub my tires. Really quick. This pump spray, I'm gonna set the nozzle tip somewhere in between the stream and the mode where it actually breaks down the fluid into small particles, and you will see there's a decent amount of pressure. You see, kind of mists all the surface, and you can see all of the you can see how very little water I'm using at the moment, and I'm not using a lot of water. I barely used, I think, half a liter of water I'm going to use per wheel, and wheel wells included as well. So that's quite effective, especially if you have not hammered wheels. And I don't want a lot of pressure, because if you use a pressure washer, it's going to bounce off on you. And I just want to do a quick wash. So I've done all the wheels on both sides. As you can see, I'm going to let them dry. And it literally took me less than probably like 8-7 minutes maybe to do the tires, the wheels quickly. They weren't that hammered, but for a maintenance wash it's not too bad. So rather than using a pressure washer, spraying the water all over, again, the setup, now sometimes I will do this. Simply rinse off all of the tight areas. So what I'm doing here, actually, I'm not gonna dust with ONR, but at the same time I'm leaving a sort of a lubricant on the top of the surface. And I have plenty of water to work with, because I'm using really not a lot of water, because I'm missing the surface. All these tight areas, I'm kind of going through them. Obviously it's no means there's no high pressure in it, but there's ONR getting this, and all these lubricants, all the surfactants within ONR are going to kind of tackle the dirt in there, maybe clean 100%, especially if these areas get forgotten. But you would normally get with a rinseless wash, you would normally not wash. This is probably a bit of overkill. So what I'm going to do typically now, I'm going to work in really small sections because it's quite sunny in these areas. I'm going to clean all this area now. You can see it's not a lot of pressure, but I've knocked off some dirt down. I'm going to use my prep towels now. With a quite strong shampoo with ONR. I'm going to do is I'm just going to wipe down the surface top to bottom. Use one side of the towel. The car wasn't by no means hammered. super dirty. I could have used an APC on the lower half, then rinse it off with the same solution. And as you can see, I didn't pick up a lot of dirt. So as this soap has suds, you can pre-treat the surface with O&R again. And then go into drying the car. So now I'm going to go and dry the car. The reason why I choose to work in this small section of the car is because there's direct sunlight and there's heat. But O&R acts like as a water softener, and it will allow us to it will reduce the amount of deposits that are left in the water if they dry. It will be a lot easier to remove. So as you can see, what we get here is a clean panel. It's worth mentioning that the best thing is to start off from the rooftop to avoid that additional overspray that you might get. Work in smaller sections if you have to, because we're working in direct sunlight and all the chemicals dry out on you a lot quicker. So the idea of using a pump spray in this particular scenario is to basically get rid of the dust, maybe some light dirt, and kind of prep the surface for the contact wash. It's a lot easier than me taking out my pressure washer, bringing all the water out, and you know, getting overspray all over the place. In this particular moment, that's just not really necessary. So guys, I've used about 4 liters of water, probably even less than that, less than a gallon of water. It acted as a pre-treatment for the surface. I oversaturated the area. I knocked off all the tight areas, like doors and like the door handles and all the seals here. Prior to it, will knock off a little bit of that dust. I used it as a drying aid. I used it to rinse off my wheels. As a maintenance wash, that is perfect for me. Maybe even sometimes in winter I will use it for some parts of the car. It's ideal to rinse off tight areas. Like, you can even use it for cleaning door jambs. You can even use it for cleaning engine bays. It's a bit finicky, but if you don't have a pressure washer, that might just come in handy. The car wasn't dirty in the first place. It was just a bit dusty. However, you know, I drive the car, but I do about 300 miles every week, so I definitely get brake dust from the front wheels. I still get road film, traffic film. So they did a really nice job. Just a little nice trick for those who might not have even a cordless pressure washer, guys. Thumbs up, like and subscribe.